Hello, I'm Jason Santamaria, beer architect and co-founder here at Second Self Beer Company. So I grew up in a restaurant family. My dad's originally from Cuba. My grandfather had an Italian restaurant. It's called Torino's, which is at Claremont and Buford Highway. It closed around 1992, but I was kind of the kid running around the kitchen, my uncles would make me chocolate mousse. Food was always a big part of my life. When I went to college, I did discover beer like most people do. So brewing was really combining these two passions, a passion of cooking and a passion of craft beer. Because really, brewing is those two things combined. You need an artistic mind to think about the flavors, a creative mind, and then you also need a scientific mind to kind of make sure that you can keep those flavors consistent. Yeah, so this was, it's a passion project, and everyone's saying that in the beer world, but this was, I worked for corporate America. This was my nights and weekends, my alter ego, my second self. A lot of layers in what we do here, and we kind of portray that in the beer, on the packaging and the beer itself. So all of our beers have two sides to them, two colors to them, and they kind of have two different layers of flavor that we work on. And in this room, we kind of keep that theme going. We have unfinished and finished wood. Every element in Second Self has two parts to it. We have dark and light colors. We have concrete and steel as our two elements. So everything has a balance in life, and that's kind of what we're going for. Oh man, I love so many places in this city, and probably the place I go to most often is Dish Dive. It's in Kirkwood. It's a 16-seat restaurant. The menu changes every day, and it's a BYOB restaurant too. So, I always bring a six-pack to the kitchen and a bottle of wine with my wife and I, and we just walk up and have a great time. The menu changes often, but there's always one thing that stays, and it's their pork belly French toast, and it is like roasted pork belly, French toast with maple syrup and strawberries, but it's just like one of the best bites in the city. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's what we call it, our dessert. One of my favorite restaurants, period, is Local 3. It's just north of here. Chris Hall is the executive chef there, just one of the nicest people I've met too. He's kind of been a mentor for me, so I might be a little biased. He kind of helped me with the business plan for Second Self, but it's when I have anyone coming from out of town, it's one of the places we always go to. Food is always high quality, great cocktail menu, great wine list. I mean, I always have a wonderful time there. I love the city because it's such a melting pot of everything. A lot of people are coming in from all over the US and all over the world, and they're all creating their own. And I think that's what I love about this, because you can get great everything at every price level in the city. Like when I went to California, there was no great Chinese cheap or great cocktails at affordable prices. You had to either spend a ton of money or you went to taco stands, and that was about the only things that you had. But it's just a great melting pot of so many great people. And coming from an immigrant family too, and just seeing how they created their own here, it just means a lot to me. And I kind of want to do the same thing.